In this class, we shall discuss about characteristic equation of a square matrix, characteristic roots of a square matrix, Cayley-Hamilton theorem, row column operations, elementary operations of row and column. And then let us discuss the solving simultaneous equations by Gauss elimination method. Characteristic equation of a square matrix. Characteristic equation of a square matrix. Let A be any square matrix of any order. Here, let us take 2 cross 2. For a given square matrix, 2 cross 2, we can write the characteristic equation. The characteristic equation of any square matrix is given by determinant of A minus lambda I is equal to 0. For any square matrix A, the characteristic equation is given by determinant of A minus lambda I is equal to 0. What is A? A is given square matrix. Lambda is some unknown. I will be the identity matrix of order equal to the order of A. Suppose if A is 2 cross 2, I is also 2 cross 2. If A is 3 cross 3, I is also 3 cross 3. By substituting the values of A, lambda, I, and after expansion, that is by expansion of characteristic equation, we get A lambda square plus B lambda plus C is equal to 0 for 2 cross 2 matrix. This will be called as characteristic equation in lambda. This is a formula for characteristic equation. By expanding it, you will get of this form. It is characteristic equation in lambda. It is what? It is a quadratic equation in lambda. By solving this characteristic equation, we will get the values of lambda. Those values of lambda, maybe they are called as characteristic roots. That is characteristic roots of a square matrix. You take any square matrix A of any order. For that, if I write characteristic equation in this form, that is determinant of A minus lambda is equal to 0. Suppose A is 2 cross 2. By expanding this determinant, we will get this. This is a characteristic equation in lambda. By solving the characteristic equation, A lambda square plus B lambda plus C is equal to 0, we get two values for lambda. It is a quadratic, therefore we get two values for lambda. Suppose if A is cubic, suppose A is 3 cross 3 square matrix, then the characteristic equation will be of cubic equation. By solving that, you will get 3 values of lambda. Those values are called characteristic roots. Characteristic roots, or they are also called as eigen values of a square matrix. I repeat the procedure. If they ask characteristic equation, You just write. You just write in this form. It is a characteristic equation. By expanding it, you will get this form. It is the characteristic equation. It is a quadratic equation. By solving it, either if it is factorizes or if it does not factorizes, then we have to use Sridharan's formula to find the values of lambda. After getting those values of lambda, they will be called as characteristic roots. Let us take an example. Find the characteristic roots of a matrix 3, -2, 1, 4. The given matrix is 2 cross 2. Let's take the given matrix as A. A is what? 3, -2, 1, 4. Therefore, characteristic equation is determinant of A minus lambda I is equal to 0. What is A? It is given matrix. What is I? It is identity matrix of order A only. Lambda is some unknown. By substituting A minus lambda I, we get, you write directly, put a determinant symbol. Take the principal diagonal elements. These are the principal diagonal elements. Put minus lambda to that. That's all. That is 3 minus lambda, 4 minus lambda. The other element should be taken as it is. -2 and 1. It is equal to 0. The simplified form of this will become this. What is that? In the given matrix, just we have put minus lambda to the principal diagonal elements. That's all. It is a determinant, right? Expand this, expand it. Principal diagonal elements product 3 minus lambda into 4 minus lambda minus of, this is formula minus, which comes in expansion of 2 cross 2 determinant. Product of secondary diagonal elements, it is what? 1 into -2 is -2 is equal to 0. Expand this. How to expand? How to remove the bracket? Take first element of the first bracket, multiply with second bracket. I am writing entire second bracket. Then move to the second element of the first bracket. What is sign? Minus lambda into, right, entire bracket 4 minus lambda. Next, minus into minus is what? +2 is equal to 0. 3 into 4, 12. Plus into minus, minus 3 into lambda, 3 lambda, minus into plus, plus lambda into 4, 4 lambda, minus into minus, plus lambda square, plus 2 is equal to 0. So we got expanded form, right? Write it in order. Write the higher degree of unknown first, that is lambda square. Then lambdas, minus 3 lambda plus 4 lambda, it is plus 1 lambda, plus 12 plus 2, it is plus 14 is equal to what? 0. Whatever the equation we obtained, it is said to be what? It is a characteristic equation. It is characteristic equation. If they ask only writing characteristic equation, you stop here. If they ask characteristic roots, proceed further. What to do? This has to be solved. Check whether it factorizes or not. What is the factorization phenomena? Lambda square plus lambda plus 14 is equal to 0. This is first term. Last term, it is what? Middle term. So in factorization, we need to replace the middle term by 2 terms. Their sum or difference should be equal to the middle term, and the product of those terms should be equal to the product of first and last term. See, what is product of first and last term? It is 14 lambda square plus 14 lambda square. Right? What is middle term? It is 1 lambda plus 1 lambda. Right, factors of 14. I get 1 into 14 is 14 and 2 into 7 14 plus 1 15, 14 minus 1 13. Here we need 7. Add these, you will get this, you will get 5. Again, we need 1. Again, it won't be used. Totally does not factorize us, right? It is not satisfying the factorization rule. Therefore, how to get the values of lambda? Use this formula. Suppose if there is a quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, if does not factorize us, how to get the factors, how to get the solution for such equation? If does not factorize us, then use Sridharan's formula, that is x is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. What is Sridharan's formula? It is minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Let's substitute the values. Here, you just compare this equation with ax square plus bx plus c. In place of x, we have lambda. Therefore, coefficient of lambda square is 1. A is equal to what? 1. Then x coefficient means lambda coefficient is b. What is coefficient of b? Sorry, lambda. Coefficient of lambda is 1. And what is c? Constant. Constant is how much? It is 14. A is 1, B is 1, C is 14. Therefore, lambda is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Substitute the values of a, b, c. That is lambda is equal to minus, right, minus is here. B, what is b? It is 1, right, 1 plus or minus symbol root of 1 is b square.
Oxygen. Oxygen. Like oxygen.
Sir, 1 second. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ.
Presenter ఇక్కడ ಹಾಡಿ अजून सुरू झालं नसेल सर आणि पण बसलेत बघ जीपीटी आमचा कैमरा ऑफ करेगा इसको ऐसा दिखा घुमाने के इसको जीपीटी जैसा ये कॉल करेंगे कॉल करेंगे और अभी शुरू नहीं होना सर म्यूट केलं नाही नाही म्यूट केलं म्यूट होत आहे मग केलं मी हे करा नहीं कैंसिल कैंसिल कंप्लीट झाले का ये ना हाँ ठीक है तो क्या है एकदम बोलता है यहाँ पर मेरे को याद रखता है मुझे ही म्यूट का जीपीटी म्हणून यार से ये काय आहे इथं काय प्रेझेंटर सर प्रेझेंटर अजून आलाच नाही प्रेझेंटरचं फोकस नाही ठीक आहे डीपी इल्रे भागात चालू आहे
So in this problem, we need to find out the characteristic roots of a given square matrix, right? So first write formula of characteristic equation, that is determinant of a minus lambda is equal to 0. Then just put minus lambda to principal diagonal elements for a given matrix and secondary diagonal elements are taken as it is. Take it is 0. By expanding this, see how to expand product of these two minus product of these two. You have taken here. Then brackets are opened in this step. Finally, we get the characteristic equation of this form. What is that? Lambda square plus 1 lambda plus 14 is equal to 0. We need to find out characteristic roots. How to get characteristic roots? Just solve this. Factorize this if it is possible. See, let us take this equation and try to factorize it. So what is procedure for factorization? We have to replace the middle term by two terms. Lambda is to be replaced by two terms. Their sum or difference should be equal to lambda. Their product should be equal to product of first and last term. Right? See, I have tried here. First and last term product is what? Plus 14 lambda square. What is middle term? Plus 1 lambda. I resolved it. 14 factors are what? 1 and 14, 2 and 7. These two are not being used here to factorize it because they won't by adding or subtracting, they are not getting 1 lambda. Therefore, use Sridharan's formula to get the roots of quadratic equation. What is Sridharan's formula? This is Sridharan's formula. Compare the obtained equation lambda square plus lambda plus 14 is equal to 0 with the standard quadratic equation. Then we will get values of A, B. A is 1, B is 1, C is 14. These values are substituted in the Sridharan's formula. What is Sridharan's formula? Lambda is minus B plus or minus root of B square minus 4AC by 2A. Okay, what is B? 1. What is B? Again, 1 square minus 4 into A. A is what? Again 1. What is C? C is equal to 14 divided by 2 into 1. This is minus 1 plus or minus root of 1 square is what? 1. 14 into 4. 1 into 4, 4. 4 4s are 16. 1 carries 4 into 1, 4. 4 plus 1, 5. 1 minus 56 divided by 2, or it is minus 1 plus or minus root of 1 minus 56 is minus 55 divided by 2. For root of minus 55 by 2, and another value is lambda is equal to minus 1 minus, once you take plus, next you take minus 55 divided by 2. These are characteristic roots of a given square matrix A. Otherwise, we can also call eigenvalues of a square matrix. This is the procedure we need to follow to get characteristic equation. Okay. If they ask only for getting characteristic equation, you stop here. If they ask get the characteristic roots, you go further. Okay. Next part is Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Cayley-Hamilton's theorem. So this theorem states that every square matrix satisfies its own characteristic equation. So we have to get characteristic equation first, then we have to verify it. What is the statement of Cayley-Hamilton theorem? It states that every square matrix satisfies its characteristic equation. That will be the statement. For any given square matrix, we can verify this theorem. We can apply the Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Let us take the problem. Verify Cayley-Hamilton's theorem for the matrix. They may be given any matrix of 2 cross 2. The procedure to verify the Cayley-Hamilton theorem is, first we need to write its characteristic equation, the standard form of characteristic equation, and we have to obtain characteristic equation in lambda. To verify the theorem, we should replace that lambda by the given matrix. Say, take the given matrix as A is equal to 2, minus 5, 3, minus 1. What is characteristic equation? The characteristic equation is determinant of A minus lambda I is equal to 0. Determinant of A minus lambda I is equal to 0. How to write this? Just put minus lambda to the principal diagonal elements. That is, you can write directly 2 minus lambda minus 5, 3 minus 1 minus lambda. Just put minus lambda to the principal diagonal elements. Now it is a determinant of 2 cross 2, right? Expand it. You know the expansion. What is expansion? Product of principal diagonal elements minus product of secondary diagonal elements. That is 2 minus lambda into minus 1 minus lambda minus, it is formula minus product of these two. 3 into minus 5, it is minus 15 is equal to 0. Just open the brackets. 2 into minus 1 minus lambda minus of lambda into minus 1 minus lambda minus into minus plus, we are opening the bracket, 15 is equal to 0. Then again remove these brackets. 2 into minus 1, that is minus 2, minus lambda into 2, minus 2 lambda. Then minus into minus plus 1 into lambda is lambda. Minus into minus plus lambda into lambda, it is lambda square plus 15 is equal to 0. Write it in order. First write lambda square, then write the lambdas, then write the constant. Lambda square minus 2 lambda plus lambda, it is minus 1 lambda, minus 2 plus 15, it is plus 13 is equal to 0. It is what? It is a characteristic equation in lambda. To verify the theorem, to verify the Cayley-Hamilton theorem, we need to replace lambda by a. Put lambda is equal to a. Therefore, a square minus a plus, we have only constant 13. You take it as 13 into I. What is I? I will be the unit vector of order a. Now you get a square, get 13i, substitute here, you should get 0, 0, 0. All elements should be equal to 0. That means the theorem is verified for a given matrix. First find out a square. We know how to find out a square. What is a square? It is a into a. What is a? It is a given matrix. That is 2 minus 5, 3 minus 1 into 2 minus 5, 3 minus 1. Right? Multiply it. What is multiplication of two matrices? It is rows into column. Right? Take first row, which is to be multiplied with first column. 2 into 2 is 4. Next, move forward in the first row. Move downward in the first column. Multiply those two. Minus 5 into 3 is minus 15. First row, first column is over. Then take the same row, multiply with the second column. 2 into minus 5, it is minus 10. Minus 5 into minus 1, it is plus 5. First row is multiplied with first column, we have taken here. First row is multiplied with second column, we have taken in the first row itself. Then we should move to the second row. Second row into first column, 3 2s are 6. Minus 1 into 3, it is minus 3. Second row, second column, 3 into minus 5 is minus 15. Minus into minus plus 1 into 1 is 1. Finally, you will get 4 minus 15 is minus 11. Minus 10 plus 5 is minus 5. 6 minus 3, 3. Minus 15 plus 1, it is minus 14. This is a square. Then a, what is a? It is given matrix. Find out 13i. 13i is 13i. 13 into I. 1 0 0 1. It is scalar multiplication. Multiply the 13 with all the elements. Right? 13 into 1. 13. 13 into 0. 0. 13 into 0. 0. 13 into 1 is 13. So we got all the parameters to substitute in the given equation. What is the left hand side of the characteristic equation? It is a square minus a plus 13i. Write a square. A square is equal to minus 11 minus 5 3 minus 14. Sign minus a. What is a? Given matrix 2 minus 5 3 minus 1 plus 13 into I. 13 into I. 13 0 0 13. Simplified. You take all first elements of first row. Take the elements along with the symbol. Minus 11 minus 2 plus 13. Then move to the second element in the first row. Minus 5 minus into minus, plus 5 plus 0. Corresponding elements I am taking. Next, first row, second row, first element 3 minus 3 plus 0. It is 3 minus 3 plus 0. All first elements of the second row. Next, minus 14 minus into minus plus 1 plus 13. Then simplify each element. Minus 11 minus 2. It is minus 13 plus 13 0. Plus 5 minus 5 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. Minus 3 plus 3 0. 14 minus 14 1 plus 13 14 minus 14 plus 14 0. See, it is always be equal to right hand side. We took the characteristic equation, that is a square minus a plus 13i, that is the right hand side. We got it as 0. So it means that the theorem is verified. Left hand side is equal to right hand side. Theorem is verified. We can verify this theorem for any square matrix. Suppose if you are not getting 0, 0, 0 here, somewhere you have done mistake. You have to cross check it. Okay, this is called Cayley-Hamilton theorem and verification for a particular given matrix, right? Next, an important point. It is an application of matrix, that is solving the simultaneous linear equations. We can solve the simultaneous equations in different methods. We have a matrix method and also we have a Gauss elimination method. Let us discuss the solving simultaneous equations using Gauss elimination method. To understand Gauss elimination method, first we should know elementary row or column operations. Elementary row or column operations. So let us discuss one by one. The first elementary operation, we can interchange the rows. First point is we can interchange the rows or columns. For a given matrix, you can interchange any two rows or any two columns. For example, suppose 1 5 3 2 is a matrix. It is always be equal to, I interchange first row with second row. What is second row? 3 2. I have taken as first. And what is first row? 1 5. I take it as second row. Like that, we can also interchange the columns. The value of the matrices does not alter, right? Second operation, for a elements of a row, you can multiply with a non-zero element. You can multiply with non-zero element. For any row, for all the elements of rows or column may be multiplied with a constant number. The value does not alter. Say for example, 1 6 3 minus 2 is a matrix. Here I can multiply with non-zero element to a row or a column. The value does not alter. Suppose I want to change first row as 3 times of first row. I can change second row as 5 times of R2. It means all the elements of first row should be multiplied with 3. That is 3 into 1, 3, 3 into 6, 18. 3 minus 2. So this is operation applied for the given matrix. So this is the operation which is applied for this matrix, that is second row. I am altering the second row only. First row I have taken as it is. Second row is multiplied with a constant number, that is non-zero element. 5. 5 into 3, 15. 5 into minus 2, minus 10. So this is the second operation. Third one, it can also be extended for column wise also. For third one, the third operation is, I explain it with example, 1 minus 2, 3, 4. I can write or I can add for all the elements of a row with the constant multiples of corresponding elements of other row. Means, say this is R1 first row. I am adding for first row with a constant multiple, that is 3, 2, 4, any number, with R1 plus 3 times of R2. The first row is what? 1, 3. I am adding for these two elements 3 times of corresponding elements of the second row. That means what? The new matrix become, I am changing first row. R1 is what? 1 plus 3 times of, what is R2? For 1, which is corresponding elements of the other row, it is minus 2. The first element become this. The same way, R1 is what? 3 plus 3 into R2. For this corresponding elements in the other row is what? 4. I am not changing anything to second row. I can take it as it is. Otherwise, you can also perform another operation. Finally, it will become what? 1 plus into minus, minus 6. 1 minus 6 is minus 5. 4 into 3, 12. 12 plus 3, it is 15. Minus 2, 4. So like that, the third operation is all the elements of a row or a column can be added a non-zero element, that is a constant non-zero element which is multiplied with the corresponding elements of the other row or other column. This is the third operations we can perform. These are some of the operations we use in solving the simultaneous equations by Gauss elimination method. Solving simultaneous linear equations by Gauss elimination method. So it is very important in solving the simultaneous equations. Let us take equations a1x plus b1y plus c1z is equal to d1, a2x plus b2y plus c2z is equal to d2, a3x plus b3y plus c3z is equal to d3. These are the simultaneous equations of how many unknowns? 3 unknowns, x, y, z. They are called system of linear simultaneous equations. I will take these as equation number 1. These equations can be taken into matrix form. The matrix form of these equations is A x is equal to B. The matrix form of the given system of linear equations is Ax is equal to B, where A is equal to, it is a coefficients of x, y, z. X coefficients are what? A1, A2, A3. They are taken as first column elements. A1, A2, A3. Y coefficients are B1, B2, B3. They become elements of second column B1, B2, B3. C1, C2, C3 are the coefficients of Z. They become third column elements C1, C2, C3. This is a matrix which is obtained from where? It is taken all the coefficients of x, y, z. X is column matrix of unknown. Which are the unknowns? X, y, z. X, y, z. And B is a column matrix of constants. Which are the constants in the equation? D1, D2, D3. D1, D2, D3. So if I take these matrices in this form and if I multiply these two, definitely you will get this system of equation, right? This is A, X, B. I will take these equations into augmented form of system of equations. Augmented form, that is A is to B. Determinant of A is to B. See how to write augmented form. You take the matrix A is to constant, that is B, D1, D2, D3. That is A is to B can be taken like this: A1, B1, C1, that is first row, is to corresponding constant is what? D1. Like that. A2, B2, C2 is to D2. A3, B3, C3 is to D3. This is augmented form which is taken from this system of equations. Now, this is subjected to the row operations. By using row operations, we have to make this element 0, this element 0, this element 0. So by using the row operations, these three elements should be made as 0. If these three elements are 0, this is principal diagonal elements, right? Below elements are 0. Above elements there will be some value. Such matrix will be called as upper triangular matrix. So this, by using row operations, this augmented form may change A1, B1, C1 is to D1. After applying the row operations, this will become 0. It may be changed into other value, B2 dash, C2 dash, D2 dash. This is 0, this is 0, this is C3 dash is equal to D3 dash. So this will be called as upper triangular matrix. There is two types, upper triangular as well as lower triangular matrix. Upper triangular matrix is in a square matrix. If all the elements below the principal diagonal elements are 0, such matrix is called upper triangular matrix. In the same way, if all the elements above principal diagonal elements are 0, then we can call it as lower diagonal matrix. Except principal diagonal elements, if all the elements are 0, that matrix is what? It is a diagonal matrix. So using row operations, we reduced this augmented form to upper triangular matrix. So this augmented form is taken again to its equivalent system of equations. We have taken this from system of equations. We have used row operations. Then again, we are going back. This is written in the system of equations. Equivalent system of equations are a1 x plus b1 y plus c1 z is equal to d1. This is 0. 0x plus b2 dash y plus c2 dash z is equal to d2 dash. 0x plus 0y plus c3 dash into z is equal to d3 dash. Take these equations 1, 2, 3. Observe these three equations. From the last equation, we have 0x, 0y, only z is there. 3, c3 dash z is equal to d3. From that, we can calculate z directly. From this equation, we will get z. From 3, we get z value. Right? What is z? Z is equal to d3 dash divided by c3 dash. After knowing z, if it is substituted in the equation 2, this is 0, y, z is equal to constant. If I substitute value of z, only y will become unknown. That can be found, right? From the second equation, by substituting z, I can get the value of y. From 2, we can get y. Y and z, which are obtained here, they are substituted in equation 1. Then it will be getting x value. So from 1 we get x by using y and z. So this is the procedure we need to follow to solve any simultaneous equations using Gauss elimination method. Got the procedure? They will be given a system of equations. You take these equations into matrix form. What is matrix form? Ax is equal to b. A is matrix which is written from coefficients of x, y, z. It is unknown matrix, unknown elements, column matrix. B is constants. From this equation, I can write augmented form. What is that augmented form? A is to b is equal to 0. You take A is to B. This will be the augmented form. By using row operations, you can make the given form into upper triangular matrix form. That means we need to make this element 0, this element 0, this element 0 in the above matrix. If it is obtained, with this we can write the equivalent system of equations. These are the system of equation. Just putting x, y, z to the elements. It is treated as is equal to. Then finally, from third equation, we will get z. By substituting z in the second, we will get y. From y and z are substituted in equation 1, we will get x value. This is called the procedure we need to follow to solve the simultaneous linear equations using Gauss elimination method. Let us take an example. Solve the equations. The equations may be 2x plus y plus z is equal to 10, 3x plus 2y plus 3z is equal to 18, x plus 4y plus 9z is equal to 16 by Gauss elimination method. This is the question. Solve the equations. They have given 3 equations of 3 unknowns by using Gauss elimination method. What is the first step? We need to follow it. These equations should be taken to the matrix form, right? The matrix form of system of equations is A, x is equal to b. Where what is A? A is equal to the coefficients of x, y, z. The coefficient of x are what? 2, 3, here 1, 2, 3, 1. Coefficient of y 1, 2, 4. Coefficient of z 1, 3, 9. Then x is equal to unknowns x, y, z. Then b is constants 10, 18, 16. This is matrix form which is equivalent to the given system of equation. For this system of equations, we can write the augmented form of or for given system of equations, that is A is to B, that is 2, 1, 1 is to the constant, which is constant 10. Second row 3, 2, 3 is to 18. Third row 1, 4, 9 is to 16. This is augmented form. Now, by using the row operations, elementary row operation, this element is to be made as 0. How to made it? We are not changing anything in first row. So just we need to change 3 into 0, 1 as 0, 4 as 0. Use first step to make 3 is equal to 0. How to make it? Second row, right? 3 lies in second row. I need to apply operation for entire row, not only for the element. Okay, we need to write it for entire row. Second row is 3. First row element is what? 2 or 2 dash is equal to. How it will become 0? So this is 2, this is 3, right? Make them into 6. How? This is multiplied with 2, 2 is multiplied with 3. Means 2 times of R2 minus 3 times of R1. See, 2 times of R2, 2 into 3 is what? 6. Minus 3 times of R1, 3 into 2 is 6. 6 minus 6 becomes 0. So don't bother about other elements. Let it comes anything. You just make this element as 0. That's all. So according to this operation, this become what? 2, 1, 1 is to 10. I am not changing anything to first row and third row. I am just applying the rule for second row elements. So according to this, 2 into 3, 6. I can write here for the first element, 2 into 3 minus 3 into corresponding elements of first row is what? 2. This become what? 0. This is 0. This one for 2, I said earlier, you need to apply for all the elements of the second row. Okay. Rule says that 2 into R2. R2 is what? 2. Minus R 3 times of R1. R1 is what? 1, which is corresponding to this element 1. So 2 into 2, 4. 4 minus 3 into 1 is 3. It is what? 4 minus 3 is 1. So this become 1. Next, apply for 3. 2 times of R2. R2 is what? 3. 3. Minus, this minus 3 times of R1. For 3, which is corresponding element is 1. 2 into 3, 6. 6 minus 3 is 3. So this become what? 3 is 2. Again, apply for this also. 2 into R3. Sorry, R2 is 18. Minus 3 times of R1. R1 is what? 10. 2 into 18. 36 minus 30. 36 minus 30 is equal to how much? It is 6. I have not changed anything to first row and third row. Write it 1, 4, 9 is to 16. Then what is next step? In this next step, we need to make this as 0. To make this as 0, again use row operation. What row operation I have to establish? R3 dash is equal to R3 dash is equal to, here is 1, here is 2. You just make 2 times of R3 minus R1. 2 into 1, 2. 2 minus 2, 0. So my intention is to make this element 0. So other element may be anything, right? That is first row, take it as it is, 2, 1, 1 is to 10. Second row, you take it 0, 1, 3 is to 6. And write the third row elements according to that rule. 2 into R3, 2 into 1, 2 into 1 minus corresponding elements of R1 is what? 2 minus R1. R1 is what? 2. Therefore, 2 into 1, 2, 2 minus 2. That becomes what? 0. Then 2 times of R3. 2 times of R3. R3 is what? It is 4. 4 minus R1 corresponding to this element. What is R1? R1 is 1. Put minus 1. 4 into 2, 8. 8 minus 1 is 7. Then apply it for this element. 2 times of R3. 2 into R3 is what? 9. Minus R1. For 9 corresponding element is what? 1. So it is 2 into 9 is 18. 18 minus 1 is 17. Is 2. Apply it for this also. That is 2 times of 16 minus corresponding element in first row is what? 10. 16 into 2, 32. 32 minus 10, 22. So first these two elements made into 0. Next, what is next step? In the next step, I need to make these elements also 0. Now, to make this element 0, you just apply a rule with the second row only. Don't use it for first row. If you use it for first row, so here is 0. This will also changes, right? 2 times of anything. So it will be, again, you will get some value. Therefore, you just make a rule with the second row only. Again, to make this element into 0, I'm forming a rule. What is that rule? What is element? It is 7 or 3 minus, I said, you just make a rule with the second row only. 7 times of R2. Second 7 times of R1. So if I apply this, that becomes what? I'm not changing anything to first row. Again, second row remains same, 0, 1, 3 is to 6. According to the rule established, right? 0 for first element, 0 minus 7 into 0, it becomes what? 0. So it does not change. Suppose if I frame a rule with the first row, definitely the 0 also changes. That's why I told don't use this R1 while making this 0, right? Next, what is second element? 7 minus 7 times of R2. R2 is what? 1. 7 minus 7, 0. Next, 17 minus 7 into corresponding element is what? 3. R3, 17 minus 7 into R2. For 17, corresponding element is 3. That is equal to 17 minus 7 3 is 21. It becomes what? Minus 4. Again, we applied for 22 also. R3, 22 minus 7 times of R2. R2 is what? 6. So 22 minus 7 into 6. 42. Right? 22 minus 42. It is equal to minus 20. This is the upper triangular matrix. It is a upper triangular matrix. See, below the principal diagonal elements, all elements are 0. Hence it is called upper triangular matrix. Now, this augmented matrix is taken into its equivalent system of equations. How? Just by putting x, y, z to the corresponding position. It is converted. It is converted to system of equations. What is that system of equations? This is the system of equations. How to write it? Just put x, y, z. 2 into x plus 1 into y plus 1 into z is equal to 10. For second row, 0 into x, 0 plus 1 into y, y plus 3 into z, 3z is equal to 6. 0, 0 minus 4 into z is equal to minus 20. Call. This is equation number 1, equation number 2, equation number 3. From these three equations, I can get the values of x, y, z. You observe the last equation. In the last equation, we have only one unknown, that is z. From third equation, what is that? Minus 4z is equal to minus 20. Therefore, z is equal to minus 20 divided by minus 4. Minus minus cancel, 4 1 the 4 5 the. So, z is equal to what? 5. Now, put z value 5 in this equation. Put z is equal to 5 in second equation. What is that second equation? Y plus 3z is equal to 6. That is, y is what? Y is equal to, we need to get y plus 3 into z. What is z? Z is equal to 5. Is equal to 6. Therefore, y is equal to what? Y is equal to 6. 5 into 3, 15. This is what? Minus 15. We got minus 9. Y is equal to what? It is minus 9. this y value and z value, put it in equation 1. Put y and z in equation number 1. What is that equation number 1? 2x plus y plus z is equal to 10. That is 2 into x. That is, we have to find out what is y. Y is equal to minus 9 plus z. Z is equal to what? 5. It is equal to 10. 2x, it is minus 9 plus 5 is equal to 10, or 2x minus 9 plus 5, it is minus 4. When that minus 4 is taken to the other side, it becomes plus 4. So 2x is equal to 14, therefore x is equal to 14 by 2 is 7. So we got x value as 7, y value as minus 9, z value as 5. So this is the procedure we need to follow to solve the given system of equations using Gauss elimination method, right? So I'll repeat once again. They will be given a system of equations. You write this system of equation into matrix form. So matrix form is Ax is equal to B. This is A. All coefficients of x become first column, coefficients of y become second column, coefficients of z become third column. This is unknown matrix, constants. These equations, system of equations, are reduced to the augmented form. So that form is what? A is to B is equal to A is to B. What is A? It is an unknown. This is A. Coefficient matrix is to constants. We have to convert this into upper triangular matrix, right? So how to make it? This is to be made 0, this is made 0, this is made as 0 by using row elimination method, right? How to make this 0? You take this step. Here we have a 3, here we have a 2. Otherwise you can compare with this also. R2 dash is equal to R1 minus 3 times of R3. In that way also we can take operations. So it is not necessary to take row 2 with row 1 only. You can also take it for row 3. Any rows, any columns can be related. So I made this 0 by using these operations. I have given entire explanations here. The first step I made, this is 0. The second step, I made this element is 0. See, for that, what the relation I took? 2 times of this minus 2 becomes 0, right? Applied for this. Third, next, this 7 is to be made 0. To make 7 is 0, you compulsorily take the relation with second row. Don't take with first row. If you take it for first row, again this 0 vanishes. It means you will get some other value, right? Because here we have a 2. Here is 0, here is 0. You can put it any relation. This is always become 0, right? That's why while making this element 0, you take relation with the second row. So after becoming all these 3 elements 0, that is upper triangular matrix. This upper triangular matrix is written to the equivalent of system of equations. We will get 3 equations. With the 3 equations, from third equation we will get z value. By putting z value here in the second equation, I can get y value. Y and z, if it is substituted in the first equation, definitely I will get x value, right? So this is the procedure you need to follow. You work out more number of problems, so then it will be easy to work out to get good mark, right? So in this class we discussed characteristic equation, characteristic roots, verification of Cayley-Hamilton theorem, and the application of matrix, that is solving simultaneous equations using Gauss elimination method, right? So with this I conclude today's class.